Welcome to the Bird's Eye View. I am the War Duck, and I am here with the lovely Mr. Krow.
Hey, everybody.
So, man, okay. We do like a lot of privacy and stuff, videos in the past and stuff, but this one really kind of punched me in the mouth a little bit when I read this because I, as part of my responsibilities, give security briefings and one of the things we always is like, why the government or why the State Department protects PII. Oh, this, that, blah blah. Okay, so one of the things that the State Department had always been, well, let me back up here. One of the things the State Department had always said that they that they want to protect people's information is because they don't want to lose the trust of American citizens.
Mm-hmm.
Because they need to provide information to get a passport, right? Okay.
So to identify who you are. Yeah, it's like
on top of that,
providing proof of who you are. Yeah.
On top of that, they don't want to stop illegal immigrants from applying for passports for their U.S. citizen children.
Okay.
So they sneak across the border. They have a kid here. That kid is a U.S. citizen by birth on U.S. soil, and therefore they're entitled to a U.S. passport. Well,
no longer in. Well, never mind. That's another topic. Yes, they are a U.S. citizen.
So their parents are still illegals, but at the age of 18, right, they can apply for their parents' application to get green cards and be permanent residents and all that other stuff. However, so the Department of State not only has a ton of information on individual people, but they have a ton of information on illegal immigrants and stuff. But the part of that whole thing is right. Yeah. They have always, we don't share that information with any other agency because we want to continue the trust that we have with the American people and the people in the United States, whether they're Americans or not.
Okay.
So as part of my briefing, I say, even if another agency shows up here, we don't give that information out because we're the Department of State and we really care about protecting people's stuff, right? So then I find this headline and I immediately get super fucking pissed off.
Guys, if you haven't found out, like, he's being pretty nice right now.
So State Department,
it's frustrating.
State Department gives law enforcement and intelligence agencies unrestricted access to America's personal data.
That's PII for those who don't know. That's
that really
personal identification.
That really punched me right in the mouth and kind of like I was like, what the right? So the State Department is giving law enforcement and intelligence agencies unrestricted access to personal data of more than 145 million Americans. That's just Americans. Through information from passport applications that is shared without legal process or any apparent oversight. According to the letters sent from Ron Wyden to Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and obtained by Yahoo News, who broke the story. This link is gonna be in the description. Go and read this whole thing. This is very, very disturbing. Let's see. Now, there's some inconsistencies in here that are absolutely fabricated. So it says,
I read one of those.
I write to express serious concerns that the State Department is providing the law enforcement and intelligence agencies with unfettered access to personal data originally collected through passport applications of the more than 145 million Americans with passports. States the letter sent to Blinken, a copy which was obtained by Yahoo News. Okay.
I think it was right there. Second paragraph.
Okay. Yep. According to documents posted on Department of Home Security website, data collected on U.S. citizens include names, addresses, birth dates, biometric data like fingerprints and facial images, email addresses, phone numbers, gender, race, social security numbers, and other types of personal information. Now, let me just stop you right there. Okay. Now, this is either an all-out. Well, I can't say all-out. There's one part in here that is a fabrication.
There's a smudge of a lie in here.
Yeah, because passports does not collect fingerprints. Period. They do not collect fingerprints. They do not have a fingerprint database. They don't not
Database.
Yeah. So they do collect facial images. They do not collect fingerprints. Never ever will you go when you have to go to get a passport, give your fingerprint. That is not a thing. So they don't have fingerprints. But they do have every single other thing. Your nationality, your name, your address, your birth date, your facial image, your email address, your phone number, your gender, your race, your social security number.
That's all out there.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what else.
They collect a whole bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah.
Parents' names.
Yeah.
So I hope you're not using your password as my favorite, is reset my password. What's your mother's maiden name? Yeah, they collect that.
So this is very upsetting to me because I really like the fact that they were very upright about protecting that information, and then now I feel like that is like a kick in the balls, and that trust is broken. I can't believe this isn't a bigger story, to be honest with you, because all the time when people are applying for passports, they always talk about how, oh, you already know who I am, you already have all my information, you already have all this, or you know everything about me, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, now they're just sharing it with everybody, it seems like. Without the legal process, and that's the part that bothers me, right? Because it should, if any law enforcement agency, FBI or whatever, like the way it states in the Foreign Affairs Manual and these other policies, it says that they must go to legal to get that information, and it must go through legal. And now apparently, that's not even a thing, right? Now it's just like, oh, okay, sure, have whatever information you want in this 145 million Americans database.
My mind goes wildly crazy.
Just so you know, this isn't just domestic, because people overseas get passports. Americans overseas get passports. So this is not just domestic. This is where you live at in another country. The information that you're using in another country. Well, see, that's why this is.
That's huge. It feels like a huge, kick in the nuts. My dealings too in my job, day-to-day job, is also a lot of with security, and we deal with PII and stuff like that too. Not to the extent that Duck does, but this is like, if somebody like okay, I deal with my clients and stuff like that are like Mozilla, Chrome, Microsoft, people like that. And if they came out and said, just kidding, we gave this out, we give this kind of information out when people do this or this and this, and it's like that, it goes against everything that I have known to be secure.
Well, and I think it's funny because they're talking about banning TikTok because the Chinese government is using information on Americans using TikTok, right? Like, fuck. Yeah. You're fucking giving out passport information, dude. What like the pot calling the kettle black? I mean, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it's true.
It's like, oh, it's okay for the U.S. government to spy on Americans, but it's not okay for China to spy on Americans. It's like, okay.
The only thing that I've ever seen that made somewhat sense to me about TikTok was one person. I can't even remember who it was, and I've heard a couple people say it. I shouldn't say one person. They said that it's made by the Chinese and it's managed by them. And if the IPs and that kind of stuff are outside of, the China that they want things, they show the Japanese or whatever. I don't know how to say it politically correct. I'm sorry. But they show them things that help them be better, like trying to encourage them to set goals or, push themselves to be better. However, they're distracting us and the rest of the world to just sit there and watch people do stupid dances and complain about Karens.
It's affecting the mental health of our children. They're brainwashing our children through TikTok. Anyway, back to this.
I don't think that all ties into this.
Back to this. This is a complete breakdown of trust from the U.S. government collecting American data and sharing it at period without a legal process.
Yeah, without your knowledge, like not even going through legal, because if they went through legal, you still don't know.
Well, right, but at least it would have been vetted by a court and a warrant.
Exactly. That's where I was going. At least it had been thought through, you know. But right now it's no.
This is a complete breakdown of trust, and this is just another thing of why we can't have somebody like Biden in the office, because this is outrageous. This is a complete breakdown of trust from the government, the U.S. government basically spying and giving that information out to any law enforcement agency that wants it. This is stuff that you didn't authorize when you handed in your passport application. And this is one of those things where I think Americans together as a whole, we need to do a class action lawsuit against the government with every single American involved and sue the government for breach of the Privacy Act.
That's a good point.
Because this is goddamn unacceptable. This is just unacceptable.
It's huge.
I don't know why this isn't a bigger story. I don't know why Yahoo News is the only... Yes, they broke it, thank God, but I don't know why they're the only one reporting on this. I don't know why this isn't a thing everywhere, like everybody doesn't know this. When I saw this headline, I damn near had an accident in my pants, because I was like, what the... I was like, this is fake news, right? And then I started reading it, and I was like, oh no, this is already into representatives and stuff.
Well, to your point, maybe give them a little bit of credit here.
When senators start asking questions, I know, but when senators start asking questions, right? This has been ongoing. It wasn't just something that was swept under the rug. It's something that somebody found out, a senator now got involved, and Yahoo News just now broke it on the 3rd.
Yeah,
that blows me away.
It's only been a couple days.
That's only been a couple days. And I just don't know why this isn't on, especially with the elections and stuff. Well, actually, we do know, because
I was going to say, let me tell you why it's not.
But this should be on, if I was running for anything, this would be part of my commercial. Oh, get the other side out because they're giving all your privacy away. If I'm elected, I'd make damn sure that won't happen. That would be, I'd be all over this if I was trying to be elected right now.
But I'm also going to say, though, once it's been leaked, it's always out.
Yeah, but I just don't know how this isn't a bigger story, but
I agree.
This is scary, because out of all the places that have your information,
this is not one you want let go.
This one has a hell of a lot of information on you.
They have a ton of information, and well, you even have, I say you, Duck, but it's you, but they even have stuff that date back to your birth stuff, right? They have your proof of your birth certificate and stuff. So they would know. So
when you very first applied for your passport, you had to provide them your birth record or proof of original citizenship.
Yeah.
So if you were not born in the United States, and you don't necessarily have a U.S. birth certificate, but you do have to prove how you were a U.S. citizen. So you had to furnish them a lot of information. So yes, to answer your question is, you have to submit a lot of your birth record that has a lot of extra information on it that doesn't identify just you. So when you apply, you now expose your parents' information to everybody else, law enforcement, because your parents' information was on that birth certificate. And then when they apply, or they already applied a long time ago, and then you apply, then they can tie you all together, right? Because now all the information ties all together.
This just sounds like the ancestry tree type stuff. Which
yeah,
is another thing where I'm like, I hate that stuff. This
is a very ugly group to just be freely giving out America's information. I think this is super serious. I really want to follow this. This is one of those things that I may be writing my senator going, WTF, you better be all over this, because this is just not right. Now, I wonder if I'll take flack. I wonder if fucking diplomatic security be knocking on my door on Monday. Be like, did you make this? I'll be like, I was just reporting what Yahoo News said, so sorry. Oh God!
Before you cancel me, check the facts.
I knocked on the table. Now I got the dog.
You know, I was gonna say, Rhymes now. Wait, someone's here. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I got
this is something definitely to be very concerned about, because if this is just, there's always more to come. If this is just the first thing that has happened, what in the world could they be working on now to share?
And next, what is it, right? Next, is it the VA, all the government health records and all that, it's just an ongoing thing of we entrust. Hold on.
There's so much personal information that's going to get passed away.
Yeah, and we entrust the government with this information because we have to. And then they're like, don't worry, we'll protect all your information. We'll never do anything. Oh, sure, do you want this guy's information? Oh, okay, sure. Hold on, let me get more for you, and then we'll give it to you. It's like...
And that's are they getting paid first? That's the next question. Are they
getting
paid?
Sound like it. Sound like they just...
For right now, it doesn't say anything about it, but I'm wondering if they do.
I don't know. It just... This one really upset me when I saw this. It was like, I was like, this has got to be fake. And then I started reading, I was like, no, it's not. It's like, oh my God. I was like, how is this even... This really upset me, because now every time I lie to somebody in this briefing, going over the briefing about, hey, we love to protect your information and we'll never share it with anybody else. Now, how can I even say that, right? Like, it's just like...
how can you...
Like, I'm going to skip over this line because it's not true. Like,
I'm supposed to say this. There ain't nothing else you can do.
Yeah. Goddamn.
This is insane. Yeah, it's definitely something I think we should watch and keep our eyes on, and definitely share the link in the description so that you guys can read the original article.
We are definitely with this link like we do with all of ours, but definitely make sure you go through and read this whole story. Just because we covered like the topic and stuff of it, but really get in and read what it says, because it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
So, all right, leave us a comment, tell us what you think, and share this video so other people see this one. If you've never shared a video before, share this one.
Now's the time.
Leave a comment, leave a like, get this video seen so more people learn what the U.S. government is doing with your information.
Government is doing. They're not only charging you who knows what at the gas, but now they're sharing other things. We got to get them out.
Yeah, got to get them out. Need to vote.
We got to fix this, y'all. All right. Have a good one, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.